Hello, today I'm answering a viewer question. Do I have to stay friends with my ex-husband for the sake of the kids? Hi, I'm Jen Grice, author of the book, You Can Survive Divorce. I'm an empowerment and divorce coach, guiding women to surviving and thriving after divorce. You can find out more about my ministry and my book at jengrice.com. Also get resources, tools, and encouragement that you need to get through this foreign territory called divorce. I even have a 3-day Surviving Divorce Roadmap e-course for you if you sign up for my newsletter. You can find that link in the description below. So from the comments or even from emails, I often hear, do I have to remain friends with my ex-husband for the sake of the kids? So we're going to discuss that together today. First, I think it's wonderful when two people who've been married and divorced can put aside their differences, not try to seek revenge on the other, apologize for any cheating or other major offenses, and then work together equally as hard to do the very best for the children every single day. Key point in all of that, always doing what's best for the children, not for selfish reasons. And of course, I talk a lot about divorcing a narcissist. So my point is, I don't know of any narcissist who's able to do this, to put aside their own self-centeredness to do what's best for the children. That's because narcissists own everything, including their money and their children, who they pay for. Everything is an extension of themselves. Many narcissists will even say, I paid child support, so I have a right to the amount of time that I get with my children. They even fight over visitation when the child's sick or when the child's old enough to start getting a job, and they demand their time no matter what until the child is 18 years old or moves in with them. And they're constantly trying to strip that away from the child by telling them, you can come live with me and that sort of things. And I talk about that in other videos. And children pick up on that attitude. They know when the parent is self-centered and constantly concerned about money and not really concerned about what's best for them. So what do you do when you're divorcing from a narcissist or someone who hasn't gotten over the divorce? Your focus should be on protecting yourself and setting boundaries to create peace in your life. You're working on getting emotionally healthy, and that's your main goal. Finding peace, finding healing, and moving on to a better place after divorce. That's what I speak a lot about on this YouTube channel and on my blog. But if being around your ex causes you to be stressed out, uneasy, or feel bullied, then you can't be friends after divorce, and maybe not even friendly. You have to be honest with yourself in order to find healing. And most of the time, that means putting space between someone who's trying to harm you or manipulate you, especially a covert abuser who's very charming. And that may mean that you can't even be around your ex after divorce. And that's hard if you have children. But I do not believe you have to even sit by each other at the children's events or pretend to like each other for the sake of the kids. You can find ways around this and create space. And the reason I say this is kids pick up on tension and when their parents are being fake. I would say, is this what you want your child to learn? How to be fake with people they don't like? Because not everybody's going to like you or them, and they need to learn how to deal with conflict in a healthy way. And really, there's no other circumstance where we continue to be friends with somebody that we have conflict with. So I often get asked, so what do you say to your children? You tell them the truth without all the details. Honey, we just can't be around each other without feeling stressed. And you could even say, I need my personal space. So I'm going to sit over here and your dad is going to sit over there. Also, teach your child to share their time. It's a fact they'll have to deal with for the rest of their lives. So don't sugarcoat it now in their childhood that you're all going to be one happy big family when you're really not. And then I'd say, at an event, go say hi to your dad, thank him for coming, and I'll wait over here for you. And sometimes that doesn't always work. And then he starts to come over. You just have to assert your boundaries. I do not want to be around you. I would like to have my personal space, and then move away again. It may seem embarrassing as some parents are around, at events and that kind of thing, but most of these parents are dealing with the very same thing. And if they aren't, they will be someday in some way, shape, or form, especially since 50% of all marriages end in divorce. You just have to get over worrying about what other people think of you and just think about what's best for you and your child. And really, it's best that your child doesn't see any conflict or see you stressed or you getting stressed, which affects the ride home and that kind of thing. And you also have to let go of what he thinks or his family thinks of you, even if they say that you're being controlling or mean or nasty and just doing this to show off or get revenge. Let them believe what they're going to believe, because you're working on getting emotionally healthy. And the truth is, you can't get along. And you're not going to try to look good for others, which is lying and fake. Maybe someday you can be more friendly after years of healing and you're gotten to the point of indifference and you don't really care what he does and says and his opinion doesn't affect you. But until then, you have to be real and healthy. Set your boundaries and limits and stick to them. So I hope this was helpful for you and encouraging and empowering. If you have any questions, please let me know. And if you like this type of video and want to see more, I'm working on a Stronger Woman After Divorce online course, and I hope to have it completed soon. I hope that would be something that would interest you, and if it is, let me know in the comments, and also sign up for my emails at jengrice.com so that you'll know exactly when it's up and running. I hope you'll keep watching, because I hope to see you in the next video. God bless.